So you bring up the weight cut, champ. I gotta ask because obviously in the rematch you came in under, ain't have to drop draws. That being said, though, there was still a lot of criticism, as always, about the way you physically looked on the scale. A lot of people saying you look dry, sucked in. How'd you feel? Obviously, you're coming back to 35. You know, for the naysayers, the doubters, what do you have to say?
Yeah, I mean, every fighter is dry on the scale. I don't care who you is. I came in, I made the weight. Some fighters don't make the weight, and they talk about them. And then a fighter like me makes the weight, does everything that it takes to make the weight, and y'all still talk about me. So it's like, what do y'all want me to do? Y'all want me not to make the weight and say, oh, I couldn't make the weight? And then y'all talk bad about me, say I'm not a true champion? Or I make the weight like a true champion, and I look a little dry. But I came in, I was rehydrated up, and I put on, one of my best performances. So what can you say?
Absolutely. Now, obviously at 140, we're talking Regis and that WBC situation. Jose Ramirez turning that down. It seems like, at least on the rankings, Teo's up next. He just had a fight. Did you catch his performance December the 10th, and what were your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I caught his performance. I mean, he doesn't look the same than what he looked before. I don't know, if it's just if Kambosos ruined him, or if him, getting, I don't know what he had. Something had happened to him in the fight, like, as far as like medically. Maybe that ruined him. I don't know, but he just doesn't look like the same Teo.
You calling Cap at the end of the fight when he was questioning himself, saying, does he still have it? And then coming out saying, oh, I knew the cameras was on. It was all the show.
Of course. I mean, everybody know that's Cap. I mean, he's questioning himself. So I think he may need to take some time away from the sport. You know what I'm saying? And really get his mind right and then come back.
For sure.
Because I feel like if he keeps on, he's going to get hurt, especially, against a guy like Regis or a guy like Ramirez. Them is like real punchers.
You and him at 140.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I would love that fight, but
is that a fight that you think makes sense for you right now? Because obviously you're at your height right now. Yeah. While he's not really on the best of the street.
I don't care. That don't got nothing to do with me. It's still a huge fight. It's still a big fight in boxing. My people still watching. So I don't care about how he is mentally, physically, whatever the case may be. You sign the contract, then that's all that matters. It's for me to exploit your weaknesses.
Another fight I think super easy. Obviously the winner of Josh Taylor, Jack Catterall. If it's Josh Taylor, would the fact that he's worked with Ben Davison have any issue in making that fight, or do you think that he's done at 140 after this one?
Yeah, I think he'll be done at 140, and after this fight, and I'll probably go fight for his belts when he leaves.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy KB with JusDueBoxing, back with another video. And if this is your first time on the channel, smash that subscribe button, smash that bell icon, smash that like button, so y'all could be notified, man, when I drop new content. Let's get to it, man. So what y'all just heard was an interview that, Devin the Dream Haney, the undisputed lightweight champ, did with the Boxing Voice. And I just want to say salute to the Boxing Voice. And, they asked him about his thoughts on Teofimo's performance and if he seen Teofimo versus Sandor Martin. And as you know, Haney and Lopez got a past of going back and forth and being at odds and, barking back and forth at each other, wanting to fight. And I, for one, I always thought that when the opportunity truly presents itself, Devin Haney is going to be willing to step in the ring with Teofimo. When it comes to Teofimo, I get a little shaky vibes. I get uncertainty. And I get a guy that's not fully confident in himself when it comes to Devin Haney. Devin Haney went on to say that maybe Kambosos ruined him and that he don't think he's the same fighter. He'll never be the same. And I kind of agree. I mean, I think the loss from Kambosos really did a number on him. I also spoke about, Teofimo, one of the worst things and best things that happened in his career. And some might not, agree. And this might be the first time some of y'all ever heard it. But, I think Teofimo Lopez beating Vasyl Lomachenko was one of the worst things and the best things that happened in his career. Because on one token, he beat a guy that everybody or a lot of people or Top Rank was billing as this pound for pound great. putting them in the same conversation as fighters like Pretty Boy Floyd and Muhammad Ali. The list goes on and on, how they push Lomachenko and manufacture his career since he's been in a pro. Now, with that being said, Devin Haney has, some unfinished business with both of those guys, if we want to be honest. And I think his assessment of Teofimo was spot on. I think Teo, suffered more than just a physical defeat in the ring to George Kambosos. And I think, like I said, beating Lomachenko was one of the best and worst things to happen to him, because after he beat him, he treated it like he made it, like his career was done. And I think he got complacent. I think he got comfortable. And I think as a result, we're not seeing the same fighter, just like Devin Haney said. And I think him being at 140 pounds is going to be very telling in these next couple fights. I mean, the walls are closing in. The competition is getting more steep. He's going to have to challenge himself more. The fights are going to get harder. And he just doesn't look like the same fighter at 140 that he was at 135. The power didn't seem to transition up to 140 with him. And because of that, he's going to find himself in situations where he got to outbox all of these guys. And it's like Haney said, the pro grades, the Zepedas of 140, Gary Antoine Russell. I mean, the list goes on and on. Matias, the guys that really can punch. He's going to find himself in some big trouble when he steps up in competition and steps in the ring with big punchers. And I think that's why his first two fights at 140 have been against guys who are not known punchers, aren't, and relatively, they're known, but just they're not big household names. And like I said, they don't pack a serious punch. But it's a lot of people that felt like, he got a gift decision against Sandor Martin. Teddy Atlas, for one, he spoke on it. He said, you want to learn how to spell corrupt with one less letter. And he said boxing. He went on to critique the decision. He didn't agree with it. He felt like Sandor Martin was robbed. For one, I don't want to call it a robbery because I felt like the fight was very close and competitive. It was ebbs and flows. It was back and forth. But I felt like Sandor Martin did enough to win. He knocked Teofimo down, and he should have gotten credit for the second knockdown that he didn't get credit for. And like I said on my live stream, I guess we all figured out that night, December 10th, what was the meaning of Teofimo's golden ticket. And I think the golden ticket was him getting that gift decision and being allowed to move on in his career and basically just raised his hand in the fight, in my honest opinion, that he didn't win. It just wasn't convincing. The performance was shaky. And, it lacked excitement at times. And I think the walls are closing in on Teofimo, man, and the rest of the boxing world catching up to him. Without him being as explosive as he once was at 35, I think that makes him a lot more regular and a lot more beatable, in my honest, humble opinion. But we're going to see how things shake out for him in the near future. Like I said, he's at 140 pounds where none of these fights are going to get any easier for him, man. I think it's important that he hires a new team, get a new trainer, add to his team, and go step outside of your father's knowledge and go find somebody that can truly get you right. But I think Teofimo's demons that he's fighting is not physical. I think you need to, take a short break, reassess some things in his career, get him a new camp, and surround himself around people that truly can push him and get the absolute best out of him. But that's my thoughts. Y'all get in the comment section and let me know what y'all think. Yeah, I agree with Devin the Dream Haney. Is Teofimo Lopez ruined? Is he not the same fighter? And will he ever be the same fighter? And do y'all ever see Teofimo becoming a world champion again? Especially at a talent-rich division like 140, who, is pretty much shark-infested waters up there. And y'all get in the comment section and let me know if I gave Devin the Dream Haney and Teofimo Lopez a just due, because that's what I do over here at Just Do Boxing. To the next one, we out. Peace.